Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to sketch out the Artway DOODLE PLAIN sketchbook. It's got a genuine leather cover and it's 13 by 17 centimeters or thereabout. It's got 150 grams per square meter heavy plain recycled paper in it, and it's got 164 leaves and a ribbon page marker. Now let's take a look at it. So we've got the elastic band around it so that it closes nicely, and you can put your pencil in here to keep it with your sketchbook, and it opens like this. I'll just remove this strip. It's made entirely from responsibly managed materials, it says, whatever that means. I think it's a good thing though. And when you open it, it opens like this. And these pages, can you hear how thick they are? I think it's gonna be really nice to draw on this. I'm very curious to see what it can take. So, during this test I'm going to test with alcohol markers and watercolor and of course pencil and pigment liners. And then we'll see how well the pages take that stuff. So let's get to it. For my test I'm going to draw a self-portrait. I think that's a great way to start a sketchbook, because then you can tell if you've got a lot of sketchbook how your style changed over time. And it's always so hard to figure out what to draw on the first page. So, you know, by doing this you'll always know how to start it. So I'm just gonna speed this up and you can watch me draw. Okay, so I finished drawing the sketch for the portrait, and the paper takes pencil really well. It really grabs the lead, so that's really nice. And there are no bumps in the texture, so you won't get like messy lines and stuff. But if you do erase a lot like I do, the pencil will leave indentations in the paper which can be visible. But I guess it's a good thing to have to try to avoid erasing too much, so I'm okay with that. But I really like how the paper grabs the pencil properly. Next up is pigment liner. So the fine liners, the sketchbook did quite well with them, although they feathered a little bit, especially the big size I used to outline the portrait with feathered a bit, but not enough to be really a bother. So and they didn't peek through to the other side at all, so that's a great plus. So it's suitable for fine liners, now we know. And next up is watercolor. The page warped a bit, as expected. You know, that paper does that when you apply water to it. So that's, but not a lot actually. Since the paper is so thick, it can actually handle watercolor. But the watercolor does feather You can really tell here at the jaw with the blue one, it feathered a lot out into the paper and it's very hard to control. So it can handle watercolor, but you have to, you know, be okay with it feathering a bit. So next up is the, oh yeah, I forgot to say, and it doesn't go through on the other side, so that's great. And next up is alcohol markers. I'm just gonna do the background and see how the paper reacts. See it, that was the alcohol marker. I'm just testing it like this. It feathers just as well as the watercolor does. Not a lot, but enough that it's kind of annoying. It goes through to the back side of the paper, but luckily it doesn't go all the way through to the second page. So that's a nice thing to know. And here is the result of everything. Me completely ruining the first page of my sketchbook, so there will be less pressure when I get further into it. So now I've been using the Doodle Plain sketchbook for a while and I'm quite happy with it. I can show you some of my drawings just quickly. Bit of graphite, pigment liner, some poses. Really like this one. I'll do a sketchbook tour when I finish the sketchbook, so don't worry, you will get to see them if you follow me. So yeah, so I've been using it for a while and I'm quite happy with it. So to sum up the review, the Doodle Plain sketchbook is quite good with pencil and graphite. It's good with pigment markers. It can handle watercolor. The paper only warps a little bit, but the color will feather quite a bit, and that can be really hard to control. So I don't really recommend using watercolor in it, but you can do it. The sketchbook can handle alcohol markers as well, but those feather a bit too. So you just have to account for that. Bonus info, the genuine leather cover smells really good. I wish you could smell it, but you will have to take my word for it. All the specifics of this review will be in the description, so if you didn't hear what I was saying or you couldn't remember it, you can read it in the description. I hope this review was useful for you, and I hope you have a lovely day.